Did you know there's a clinically proven way to increase the amount you lift by 30% instantly? Welcome to week 2 of Only Training Negatives. In this series, I'm going through the next 30 days to see if I can get any strength gains or body comp gains by only training negatives. If you haven't seen week 1, the video should be linked in the description. We're starting off week 2 with a heavy push session, and in today's session I wanted to focus more on time under tension, so I dropped the weight back to 110, focusing on a 5-second eccentric. I did find I was struggling to unrack the weight, so for these lifts I did get a spot and I did find I could hold the weight for about 5 seconds, which really put a good stretch on my chest and I really felt a good pump afterwards. Day 9 was a heavy ass pull day, so the main focus again is pull-ups. I did rip my hands open on the first week, so that's why I'm wearing gloves today. The main focus was to do time under tension this week because I felt like I was not controlling it as much. So at the beginning I'm doing 20 kilos for about 3 to 4 seconds. I did have a little bit of an ego, so I wanted to push it to 30 kilos, and when I did 30 kilos I found I was like dropping instantly, so about 2 seconds per rep. So that gave me feedback that it was too quick, I wasn't able to control it well yet. So in the next session I knew I needed to drop it back down to below 30 kilos. But compared to how I am feeling, everything's feeling good, elbow's feeling good, getting a good stretch in my lats, and this is probably the most I've ever held in a pull-up. So I feel the main issue with this program is the massive decrease in volume. I used to train 6 days a week doing 4 to 8 sets per body part, and now switching to this program I'm doing 4 sets per movement per day. So I'm curious how my body will change depending on the program over the next 30 days, but I'm excited to see how things go. After this pull session though, I did have to take 2 days off because I was really tired and sore, just to let my nervous system recover and get back into a heavy leg session. So returning with a heavy leg session after 2 days off, feeling pretty good. This is me doing a front squat at 140 kilos for a 3-second negative. This is really good because my front squat PR is like usually 100 reps for a single. So to actually hold 140 on the front of my chest and controlling it down, it does feel pretty good. So definitely making some sort of strength gains here. Most I could handle last week was 130 for about 5 seconds, so definitely making progress. And with the glute hand raises, my technique is definitely getting a bit stronger. I can hold it for about 4 seconds on the negative, whereas last week I was like almost instantly dropping 2 to 3 seconds. Day 15 today technically of this program. Towards the end I will create how many days I had off compared to how many days I actually did work. But today again another push day. Today felt awesome. I did 100 kilos. It was a 9-second eccentric lift, which is like amazing. So me, with my little bit of an ego, pushed it to 110, 120, and even peaked into 130 for a 5-second eccentric. I did have a spot, so maybe it's the power of friendship kind of carrying everything together, but feeling really good. I feel like the gains are really starting to come in now, and yeah, happy with it.
Can I get a
Day 16, another pull day, this time really dropping my ego at the door, dropping down to 20 kilos and really focusing on the time under tension. The goal here was to get to 5 seconds, but I think I only managed about 3 to 4 seconds. But this time I increased the rep range, so instead of 2 reps overhand, 2 reps underhand, I was doing 3 reps overhand and 3 reps underhand. So overall increasing volume, but trying to focus on that time under tension on the eccentric. And last day of the week, day 17, is a heavy leg session. managed to push up to 140 kilos for a 5-second negative, which is really great. But we're coming towards the end of the video. Let's talk about my measurements. So comparing my waist at the beginning of this program, I was 104 centimeters. At the end of this program, or at the end of the second week actually, I was 102 centimeters. So definitely a little bit of a drop there, which is great. In terms of my chest circumference, I was 114 centimeters, but that dropped down to 113. So I lost about a centimeter on my chest. And in terms of my arms, I had a 40 centimeter arm at the very beginning, and it actually went up. It went up to about 41 centimeters, so I'm getting a little bit of a gain there. The only thing is I did lose another centimeter on my thigh, so from 64 down to 63. Keep in mind this has only been about 2 weeks, or technically 3, the way how you look at it, but it is definitely some sort of progress. In terms of actual strength gains, it is very visible that I'm getting more control at the movement, so I'm very confident that my strength will increase. But stay tuned for week 3, where we continue this program and see if there's any dramatic changes once we get to that 3 to 4 week mark, because we all know it takes about 3 to 4 weeks for your body to acclimate to anything new. If you're enjoying this series, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to follow along. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day, make those strength gains, and I'll see you in week 3.